Lachlan, thanks for joining me again today. May the 12th. I don't know how we got this far, and we still are going at it super strong. We had another 700 closings in the last 7 days.
Wow, that's amazing.
Now, you and I have found out in the first quarter in Sarasota and Manatee counties, was it 96% of the closings were mortgage?
So 94%, so 6% were actually cash transactions. And I looked it up because everywhere you go, restaurants, everybody's talking about cash. But, so I said, wow, that's a lot of cash deals. But then when I dug a little deeper for first quarter, I noticed that 94% were still financed. So that means for all the buyers out there that are desperate and feel that they have to pay cash, you don't. Obviously, you got to make a strong offer, and you can guide them with that. But people are still getting money and using leverage at these historic low rates. So that's very positive.
Now, what is these historic low rates? There's news in the last 7 and 14 days that the Fed has said they're keeping the rates low. What else is going on that's keeping it low?
Well, supply and demand. So we're still historically low 3% for a 30-year fixed mortgage is unheard of. It's not as low as it was back in February, where it was below 3. But we did see an uptick this week in rates, but they're still holding steady. So there were some auctions on bonds this week, and I saw Amazon made news. So Amazon, like a lot of corporations, they bought bonds, right? So they increased their balance sheet. So they spent $18 billion on buying bonds so they can reinvest in capital for their businesses. So that supply and demand caused rates to bump a little bit. But the Fed did say they're going to keep rates low. So I believe 2021 is going to be an amazing year, tough for inventory because also we talk about natural supply and demand. And I looked, this isn't a bubble. Nothing's going to burst. There's a true housing shortage. And with all the millennials buying, you're seeing it. And with all the generational buying in Sarasota and our coast here in Florida, there's a natural demand for housing. So I do believe that the market is strong, but it's naturally strong, which is good news for buyers because they buy now, they're going to see some nice appreciation in the future.
And having money in your home and equity in a home is a great way to offer stability in your total financial plan while you're working that job in 5 and 10 years. The value of your home is growing. Hopefully you're getting more rewarded at your job. We know the companies around here are rewarding their employees and paying bonuses. Now, so when people are choosing areas, some fabulous properties are starting to open up in Northport and Port Charlotte, where that was land that was sitting there for a long time. And now I have found builders that I can bring them to that land and giving people a choice that if you want to be within 15, 20, 25 minutes of your job, you're also close to the water because we have 35 miles of beach and water frontage in the south part of Sarasota County. Now, a lot of builders have said, we're not taking any more contracts, but if you're working with a realtor like myself, I can help you. And if we miss out on an opportunity to buy a resale home, there are opportunities still with new construction. Now, Dave, you're good about looking at all of the opportunities that are out there. What are the other things that you would advise buyers right now?
Well, I think a lot of people are nervous because, for every home that goes under contract, there's multiple offers. So I think working with a professional like you that understands the market, that knows the builders, has off-market deals, you really need a true team. And the nice thing with getting a mortgage and using leverage, we started just 3% down. So for people thinking, man, I don't have a down payment, so 3% down can get them into a new home or a new construction home, and it's cheaper than rent. And if you've looked at the rental market like we have, so I have people that get frustrated, they can't find a home, so they say, well, I'm just going to go rent. Well, they come back because they realize getting a rental is just as hard as buying a home, right? So the prices are up, there's shortage with rentals. So better to just buy a home. And a good story, I was just talking on Facebook the other day. So I had a customer a couple of years ago buy a home. And I just remember how excited they were, but how nervous they were. And listening to a professional like you get them into a home. Well, fast forward 2 years later, they're selling that house and they're going to take the equity. They made $75,000. And these are people that were making $15 an hour. So you talk about a financial future, they're making $75,000. in 2 years on real estate, and they lived in it, they enjoyed it, they had pride of ownership. And these are things that we're talking to people now, looking now, and they also are nervous and they're apprehensive. But if we share stories like this, say, look, you're going to buy a home, we're going to get you into it with little or no stress. There's always going to be a speed bump, but we'll get you there. But look, you have the possibility to enhance your financial future just by buying real estate. So I think it's a great time.
It is, and it's easy to get a hold of you. What's the best number to text you, Dave?
Best number is 941-724-7653.
I'm Sandra.Voss.LaFlamme at 941-961-5069. Thanks for joining us today, and messenger us or text us if you have any questions. And we're available, even if, as an example, we might be out golfing or fishing. Are you golfing this weekend?
I am going to go golfing this weekend. I've played more golf this year than I have in 20 years. So I've really enjoyed it. And on one of your previous podcasts, you were saying there's actually more miles of fairway than beautiful beach that we have in our area. So there's plenty to do if you want to be outside, either on the water or on the golf course.
That's spectacular. I appreciate you, Dave. Thank you so
You
much.
too, Sandra. Have a great day.
See you soon.
See you.